investigation had expanded to 3 states when police realized that Meredith Emerson wasn't Hilton's first victim, only the latest.
The body of 84-year-old Irene Bryant was discovered on November 9th in the North Carolina woods, and her husband, 80-year-old John, is still missing.
4 months earlier, John and Irene Bryant had just arrived at Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina. The retired couple were 80 and 84 years old, but fit and young at heart and avid hikers. But on this day, the Bryants walked onto the trailhead and into an ambush. 61-year-old drifter Gary Hilton was armed and lying in wait. Irene and John Bryant, right? October 2007.
Yeah.
Hilton has never discussed exactly what happened to the Bryants until now. The crime scene is North Carolina's Pisgah National Forest, 500,000 acres, with hundreds of miles of hiking trails. At what point did you spot the 2 octogenarians?
When they got out of their car at the trailhead.
In the parking lot?
Yeah. It was just a little parking lot.
And why them? Were there no lone girls out there that day to pick on?
No. I violated one of my rules. I said no couples, because 2 murders would generate a lot of publicity. I was down to 1 Ritalin, 2 spoons of coffee, $2. I'd been living out of dumpsters from a picnic area for 2 weeks. I'd lost a ton of weight. I think I was probably about down to 140. And I just said, hey, this has got to stop. And I had to take someone.
What do you mean when you say you had to take someone?
To get money.
For robbery purposes?
Well, yes. I'm going to stake out this trailhead, and the first person that shows up goes.
It was the Bryants?
Yes.
Okay. What happens next?
So I kind of geared up, and so I say to John Bryant, you know what? We're going to take your credit card and run it. And he said, I'll go to hell. And he just brushed right past me. And I deployed the baton and hit him on the back of his left knee. So the guy whirls around. He was a big guy, a big, strong man, just as fit as can be. He whirls around, he's carrying this trekking stick, this hiking stick that they love to carry. So he goes after me with that. So I just brushed it away and then whack, hit him on the side of the head, then pulled out a pepper, sprayed him in the face. He steps forward a few feet and goes down.
Where was Irene?
She was a few feet ahead of him. And then he does the craziest thing. I can't believe this. He said, Irene, I can't see. Hit him. Well, I just beaten him down. And he's a big guy, 6 foot plus. And now he's telling his wife to fight me. And bless her heart, Irene, she was all heart.
She comes at you.
She springs right into a fencing position, like on guard, and pop, and stabs me in the chest. I go, ah. And I brush it to one side and whack, hit her with the expander. She goes down. Then I'm going to take him with me. Bryant never gets up, but he does another crazy thing. While he's sitting there, he pulls his wallet out, and he takes his credit cards out, and he throws them. Inexplicable.
Did you abduct both of them at that point?
No. I only abducted him. She wouldn't get in the van.
So what'd you do to her?
Well, I put him in the van, locked him in the van, closed the door, and I went back over to her a few feet away. She knew what was coming. And she said, I'm not getting in the van. The police always tell you, don't get in the vehicle. You're as good as dead. And she says, I'm not getting in the van. I gave her my Dirty Harry voice. I said, you're not getting in the van. She said, no. And I immediately laid into her. I beat her, and her blood blew up and hit me in the eyes, and it turned my vision red. Oh, nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty.
Hilton dumped Irene Bryant's body near the trail and held a battered John Bryant captive in his white van. He masked his face with duct tape and used the Bryant's ATM card to withdraw his payday for murder and kidnapping. $300. There are easier ways to get money.
There are.
So you're
It was all stupid, very stupid.
I mean, yielding what, a few $100s over the course of 6 months?
Very stupid. The smart thing to do would be to take people in parking lots, okay?
What about getting a job and earning some money? Won't take anybody.
I'm 61 years old. I'm sick with MS. I'm burned out. I have no resume. I'm going to walk into a phone room looking for a job as a telemarketer.
Better than going out there killing innocent people, right?
Well, robbing a bank was better than that. No, there's no practical way of working.
Hilton then drove John Bryant deep into yet another national park, the Nantahala National Forest, to end his life.
I wanted to get him a little further away because there were some houses within earshot. But John tried to run from me, and he fell down an embankment, and he caught his arm between two trees and broke it right here. So I tried to get him up, and he couldn't get up like that. So, I had the pistol in my pocket. I just shot him in the side of the head, through and through shot.
John and Irene Bryant left 4 children and 11 grandchildren behind. For the next few weeks, Hilton was in between murders, what criminologists called the serial killer's cooling off period. Can you explain to me what happens in your mind in that cooling off period?
I'm putting the future out of my mind. I have future foreshortening. I just get up every day and go hiking.
You're not thinking about it at all?
Trying not to.
Is the appetite for it rebuilding over the course of the weeks in between?
There was never an appetite for it.
Well, how can that be?
Because I told you, as soon as I started this, I said no.
Well, why didn't you stop then, as soon as you started it?
Well, I didn't see any alternative.
What do you mean?
That's what I mean. And if that sounds illogical, well, that was my state of mind.
Your mindset was that you couldn't see a way forward without continuing to kill?
Yes.
Just weeks after murdering the Bryants in North Carolina, Hilton was yet again broke and out for blood. He had made his way to Florida's Apalachicola National Forest, 1,000 square miles of dense woods, and set his sights on a nurse and Sunday school teacher named Cheryl Dunlap.
She was walking on the trail.
She was walking. Now, you've never publicly told exactly what happened there, right?
No, I haven't. And that case currently is under appeal. As a matter of fact, it hasn't been finally adjudicated. But hey.
Wow, guys, so there you have it. This man was completely a psycho, and I feel so bad for that couple. You don't know what could happen. You just go for a stroll, and there's a psychopath trying to rob you, and for what? Some $300. Wow. And yeah, this man is where he should be. He deserves it. He goes on to say that he doesn't know why he does it. He's tried to stop, but I don't know, guys. Some people just truly need help, I guess. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. This was a very interesting story. I'm going to do a part 2 because I'm so curious to see and hear what he has to say next, and how it ends. Obviously, he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. Maybe he's already dead. I have no idea. But yeah, people are really like this. They don't care. They have no emotions at all. It's unfortunate for the families. Just wow. But yeah, just stay tuned for part 2, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe, share with your friends so I can keep on reacting to these videos. Just crazy. Peace out.